Hi guys, Pete here, N6QW, and what we're looking at here is a national NCX-5, and as different from some of the other national radios like the NCX-3 or the NCX-200. This actually has a linear dial readout, which is kind of nice. Actually, it's a mechanical digital readout, so you can change the digits. Reminds me of the old mechanical digital clocks. Anyway, it's a pretty nice radio. I had two of these. I sold one which was a better unit, and this one was just kind of put on the shelf. And just a few minutes ago on 40 meters, I worked Japan barefoot. Got a very nice signal report, 10/9. And the radio is pretty well built. It's got quite a few tubes, and uses a pair of 6 JB6s, very similar to what you find in the Drake gear. And the radio is kind of dirty. I'll let you look there. I never bothered cleaning it up, but I remember this was the first one that I bought, and it had some burnt resistors in it, and I replaced those burnt resistors, and that seemed to do things pretty good. That's on AM right now. I was listening to some of the AM broadcast on 40 meters up in the higher part of the band, and I worked the Japanese station at about 166. So so it's pretty sensitive. Puts out about 100 watts. There's the JH0 that I worked. The AGC looks a little fast. Be nice if you could adjust the AGC. Anyway, it has RAT, upper and lower sideband. The NCX-3 has only a choice in the NCX-200 of lower sideband on 80 and 40, and upper sideband on 20, 15, and 10. This lets you select the sidebands. Has push-to-talk or Vox. Also has a MOX control, which I guess you can use on CW. So anyway, pretty nice. I got to crank back the RF gain a little bit because some of the signals distort pretty strong, but that was not untypical. So anyway, pretty nice. Not original knob. I'm not sure if this was an original knob. Most of the pictures of this might be an early model. Most of the pictures show this knob here, also here. But this one is a national knob, and looks like it was kind of made for this radio, but I'm not sure. Anyway, you can buy replacement knobs like this. Now, they're a little spendy, but you can find them, so if you want to kind of return it to stock. Actually, the normal NCX-5 had a crank knob with a crank here. Most of the guys, when trying to fine-tune the receiver, that protrudence seems to affect things. This is just a knob that I had, and seems to work okay. Good size, got a good feel. It's got a solid-state VFO, which was for this vintage radio, was kind of an innovation. But it's got a whole host of vacuum tubes in there that sure warm things up in the shack. But I had this up on the shelf, and I don't know why, but actually it works pretty good. Seems pretty sensitive. I was listening on 20 meters last night, and you could hear quite a bit of DX, so I may have this on a bench for a while. The panel is discolored. It's just dirty, and the chassis itself is very, very dirty, but everything seems to be working okay. I've got an NCX-A supply. I initially bought an NCX-A and the NCX-3 for a total price of $69, and I didn't want the NCX-3. I really wanted the supply, but I got the NCX-3, and boy, can you tell the difference between the 5 and the 3. That the 3 probably needs a little cleanup there. I got to pin the meter. So I got to figure out that's way too much signal. There's some VKs coming through. Be nice if it had a step tuning rate. See if there's any FT8. No, we just had it was set on lower sideband. There's an extensive shuttle mechanism in here that when you switch bands, that shuttle mechanism changes the whole mechanism mechanically so that you can end up in the right frequency range. So it's kind of interesting. There we go, the 73. Oh, it's one of those number stations. K. 3 sets of K. And it must be a CIA station. YB. Indonesia. 599. See what FT8 looks like. Mechanical digital dial. There you go. FT8. I should put my digital adapter on here and run some FT8 on the NCX-5.
Strong 5959 from Whiskey Echo 6 Mike, over.
VK7. Pete here, N6QW, looking at a real old NCX-5, kind of dirty. Might want to spend a little time cleaning up. When I first got it, it's had a couple burnt resistors in it, and we replaced those resistors and kind of sprung to life. I didn't change any of the tubes, and it this is, I think, the earlier version because it doesn't have the solid state balance modulator, and it has the 7360. I need to find out where it is. Anyway, Pete here, N6QW.